What's up, Pyros? I got a little tiny bit of a stash update and some updates for y'all on everything. So, I've done a lot different than what we had last year. Last year, me and my buddy built this rack. He owns a construction company. We built it out of scraps that he had left over. So I was like, you know what? That rack was super good last year. I had bought that rack and this rack from Great Lake Mortar Racks. Super good racks, really good racks. The only reason why I'm building my own, it's cheaper, and I've got the tools and everything to be able to do so, and a buddy that knows what he's doing with stuff like this. Obviously, I know what I'm doing with this, but my buddy does it for a living, so he's a hell of a lot better than I am. So this weekend, we built my 2.5-inch racks. We built this. I was going to use it for a single shot rack, but I changed my mind. I'll get to that. And then we built this one. This one I'm excited for, actually, but I'm still not sure how I should fire it, but I'm just going to try to wing it this year, and I'm just going to hook Dragon Igniters to each row and light each row at the same time. See if I can get the first ones firing off, like, with each other. Same thing with that one. I put a little fuse delay there so it can make itself across the board and then hopefully shoots those at the same time. We'll see. My Tribal Warfare, I broke it down into 7 slices, I believe. Yeah, 7 slices of 20. And I hope it works good. I didn't realize with this one, but they have, this side has fuses and this side has fuses. So that hopefully will work right. This is going to be my single shot rack for my buddy in the back. It's got double Jeopardies one side, Blazing 7s in the other. Then I've got 6 salutes up top, Ghostbusters, 3 no-names, a Horn Dog, and a Minion. Then on the side there's going to be, I forget what that silver wrapped one is, and then 3 Blazing 7s, a sleeve of Blazing 7s, and a sleeve of Chronics. And then obviously daytime stuff, my Poke the Bear, Rising Flowers, Bam Bam Tubes, Red and Greens, and then a boombox, and then my little Uzis and Jurassics. But let's get to the fun stuff, I'd say. It's the stuff that's taken the most of my brain power with this, and it's got me all scattered brained. So this rack is my finale rack too. It's got Blazing 7s down here. Up here it's got hammers in these 3. This one right here is going to be a Ghostbuster, and then 2 hammers. This 10 rack, nothing but Ghostbusters. This 6 rack, nothing but hammers. So the reason why the fuses are white and they're cut and they're not regular mortar fuses is, let me find the wrap for that. Right here. Of course that falls. The gray fuse, 0.3 to 1.25 seconds per foot. And when I say it's 0.3 to 1.25, I mean it's like 0.5 a foot. It's ridiculous. So my plan with this is it's a little special thing. My dad lets me shoot these shows at his shop and his place of business. Sure, I help with the business, but at the end of the day, it is his business, and he's kind enough to let me do it in our field down there. So this is the 3rd year I've done it. The first year, we had no issues with it. We had people stopping on the roads. It was kind of just a family thing the first year, and a couple family and friends the first year. The second year, we made it public and posted on our business page that we were doing a fireworks show. And this was like 3 months before 4th of July. Like, this was like March. And I was like, I want to do a fireworks show again this year. And he said, okay, sweet. Do you care if we post it to the page? I said, absolutely. I let the neighbor over that way know. I let the neighbor across the street know. There's a trailer park that this neighbor owns. And I said, can you let everybody in it know that we're doing a fireworks show? And then right on the other side of the road down there where our field is, there's a neighbor right there, and I let them know. Everyone said, cool, sweet, we'll definitely be watching it. We appreciate it. Because, like, we're putting it on for everybody. Like, sure, we're doing it for ourselves, but everybody else gets to watch it. Who doesn't like fireworks? Well, I was doing some testing at the beginning of the year last year, and I had a neighbor, like, right here. He was giving me some issues. He had stopped a couple times, raising hell, like yelling, cussing, doing burnouts and stuff. And I was like, man, you're causing more harm than I am shooting fireworks. I was like, and by the way, just letting you know, we're doing a fireworks show. I believe we did it on the 6th last year. And he, like, stomped his feet, and, like, he threw a little fucking temper tantrum, man. And got back in his car and did a burnout leaving. I was like, whatever, dude, grow up. Anyways, then we do our show. Some old lady bashes my dad's business all over Facebook, saying, oh, these are shitty neighbors, yada, 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 putting a fireworks show on, yada, bullshit that, bullshit this, and it was just a bunch of nonsense. And, like, she ended up personally messaging my dad, calling him a piece of shit and all this, and, like, that really kind of, like, that pissed me off, honestly. And my dad told me this year, he was like, she has no right to be able to do that. We're on private. She called the cops the day of the show, because I shoot salutes every single hour of the day. Starting at about 10, I start shooting salutes. I don't do it at 6 in the freaking morning. At about 10 in the morning, I'll start shooting salutes. One per hour, maybe 2 per hour when we get closer to the showtime. Well, she called the cops. Cops showed up and said, looks like you guys are about to have a hell of a show. He's like, you guys be safe and have fun. He's like, I'm probably going to come back and watch it when I get off. And we said, sweet, see you then. So it's kind of like a, fuck you, old lady. But he said, this year I want it louder than ever. So that's why we picked up the Bare Necessities. We all know those are super loud. So I got the Ghostbusters, the Hammers, and Blazing Sevens are really loud shells. Well, my plan is, my surprise for my dad, I want him to hit the all fire button on my module. That'll light that rack, and that rack. I plan, when you hit that button, these will be out of the tubes. Those will all be out of the tubes. Those will be all out of the tubes within about 3.5 seconds. And should be blowing up within about 6 seconds of buying that. Within 6 seconds of clicking the button. So he doesn't know that. He doesn't even know what I'm trying to attempt here. But also, I'm trying to time it right when he hits the button, that all of this stuff blows up at the same time. The salutes at the end of the bear blow up, the salutes at the end of Shark Bite blow up, and the salutes at the end of the Taz Attack blow up. So I'm trying to perfectly time about right around 50 to 60 salutes blowing up at the same time, not counting those color shells. But yeah, if I can pull that off, that would be sweet. I really hope so. That'd be awesome. I want my dad to be able to do that. He's been kind enough to let me do that. I want him to ignite the final finale piece. This rack, this fusing is 9 to 12 seconds a foot. In here is the Miss Me Yet shells. So this one right here, it looks all pink. If we get close enough. So this is a 2 second per foot fuse. This is the 9 to 12 seconds. So the reason why I did that is I want, actually, yeah. So I want these two to blow up at the same time, or go off and blow up around the same time, so it makes the fan. But that one's just 9 to 12. The reason why those ain't in there is because I did some testing to make sure I liked these shells before I decided to build racks and everything. But yeah, this is the Tribal Warfare 7 slices of 20. I'm going to pair one of these with my Medusa that's in the middle, and one right at the beginning of the finale. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of them at the end when we light all of this stuff off. When he hits the all fire button, it'll light all of this at the same time. So, trying to pull something crazy off this year, and I hope it all goes to plan. And I really just want to say a big fat right there to the neighbor, just because don't be calling someone a piece of shit because they did a fireworks show for a lot of people. We gave you plenty of warning. So we gave her warning, actually. Because we didn't message her personally, my dad said, all right, fair. We didn't give you any warning, sure. We didn't give you personally a warning. And He said, but here's your warning. We will be doing another fireworks show. And that was literally like the day after last year's fireworks show. So she's had a year warning, and she poked the bear, bud. This one's going to be loud as hell, and I cannot wait. But I hope it all goes right. I'm worried with the fast fuse. I'm genuinely a little worried about it because I've never really used fast fuse. I've tested with it. That's a lot of fast fuse. I don't know if just that shit by itself is going to create like a kind of an explosion. So I'm a little nervous about that. I just want these to leave the tubes. I don't want shrapnel flying everywhere. But I'll have a demo for this. My guy gave me Say Hello to My Little Friend. It's made by Ghost Shadow. If you were around last year, it was Internal Combustion was the maker of this. It was a NOAB. And then there's a Street Sweeper. So that Say Hello to My Little Friend weighed 3.5 pounds. It's a heavy Roman candle. That one's 200 shots. This is 78. So that one wouldn't even go up on the scale. It wouldn't even measure. I got a whole case of strobing rockets up here. I really do like them. I want to pair them with those WTS, but I'm not sure because I figured out I can put everything on. So I can put 4 on one and it'll still go off. So I'm thinking about putting like 6 of those strobing rockets with my start of the finale with those WTS, which are the Girandolas. But yeah, I messed up. I didn't put that one. I didn't put my Scarface, which if you don't know what Scarface is, it's the color version. So every other one is a color, but it's the same thing as the bear. But yeah, that's a little update. I go on vacation at the end of this week. This upcoming Sunday, I leave for vacation. So I won't be posting. But when I get back, we've got about 1 week, 1.5 weeks to be able to, till I can start demoing here. I ain't got to go out to like a demo site or something. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to start pumping some demos out for y'all. But with that being said, stay safe, Pyros.